Hello everyone, this is Mudra Surve, and now we are continuing with the losses in transformer. So as here shown in image, the losses in transformer are categorized into four types, that is iron or core losses, then copper or ohmic losses, stray losses, dielectric losses. Then iron or core losses are further divided into hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. So these are some losses which occurs in transformer. So now we are going to see a particular losses. First is iron or core losses. The losses in the magnetic core which links both the winding by magnetic induction are called iron or core losses of the transformer. The iron practically remains constant under all load conditions. Suppose if your load is independent or irrespective of the load conditions, the iron are practically remain constant. Hence the iron losses are also called constant losses. Okay, and they are composed of two losses. First one is hysteresis loss and second one is eddy current loss. Now what is meaning of the hysteresis loss? This kind of losses mainly occurs when the alternating current is applied to the core of the transformer. Then the magnetic field will be reversed. When your alternating current is applied to the core of transformer, then the magnetic field will be reversed. This loss mainly depends on the core material used in the transformer. To reduce the loss, high grade core material can be used. This loss can be represented by using the equation, that is PH is equal to KHF Bm into X. So KH is nothing but the constant, or it is depend on the quality and volume of the core material of the transformer. Bm is nothing but your highest flux density of the core, and F is your flux frequency. Okay, and X is nothing but the constant of the segments, and the value of this constant mainly changes from 1.5 to 2.5. So this is the equation for hysteresis loss. Now second is eddy current loss. Once the flux is connected to the closed circuit, then an EMF can be induced within the circuit and there is a supply in the circuit. The flow of the current value mainly depends on the sum of an EMF and resistance in the region of the circuits. The flow of the current to the EMF can be supplied within the body of the material. This flow of current is known as eddy current. The equation is P is equal to Ke into Bm into 2T into 2F into 2F or V. So K is nothing but the coefficient of eddy current. Bm is nothing but, as we see, our flux density. T is nothing but the width of lamination with meters. F is your frequency and V is nothing but amount of magnetic material. Okay, so this is the equation for eddy current loss. Now next is copper loss. Copper losses occur because of the ohmic resistance in the windings of the transformer. If the primary and secondary windings of the transformer are I1 and I2, then the resistance of this winding are R1 and R2. Suppose our primary windings are I1 or I2, or we can consider as N1 and N2, or resistance is respectively R1 and R2. So how we calculate the copper loss? It is nothing but I1 into 2R1, or for secondary winding I2 into 2R2. So for copper loss, PC is equal to I1 into 2R1 plus I2 into 2R2. So this is the equation for copper loss. These losses also called variable or ohmic losses, because these losses will change based on the load. So it will depend on the load. That's why we can call it as a variable or ohmic losses. Next is stray loss. This type of losses in a transformer can be occurred because of the occurrence of the leakage field. So as we just see, stray loss is the losses which can be occurred because of the occurrence of the leakage field. So as compared with the copper and iron losses, the percentage of stray losses are less. Okay, so these loss can be neglected. Next is dielectric loss. This loss mainly occurs within the oil of the transformer. Here oil is in an insulating material. Once the oil in the transformer get deteriorates. Otherwise, when oil quality diminish, then the transformer efficiency will be affected. So it's depend on your oil quality. So this is we can call it as a dielectric loss. The next is auto transformer. Now what is auto transformer? An auto transformer is a transformer with only one winding. As we see in our normal transformer, there are two windings. First is your primary and second is your secondary. So in auto transformer, only one winding wound on a laminated core. An auto transformer is a similar to a two winding transformer but different in the way the primary and secondary winding are interrelated. Okay, so auto transformer and our normal transformer are same, but the difference is in between winding or their interrelated connection. Okay, a part of the winding is common to both primary and secondary side. On a load condition, a part of the load current is obtained directly from the supply and remaining part is obtained by transformer action. So an auto transformer work as a voltage regulator. So this is nothing but the auto transformer. It is our normal transformer, it is auto transformer. In ordinary transformer, the primary and secondary winding are electrically insulated from each other but connected magnetically. As we seen in our first slide that in ordinary transformer, these are the two windings, primary and secondary. So they are electrically insulated but magnetically connected. But in auto transformer, the primary and secondary winding are connected magnetically as well as electrically. So this is the auto transformer. In fact, a part of single continuous winding is common to both primary and secondary. So this is the common part between or common winding between primary and secondary. The primary winding AB, from which tapping at C is taken such that CB acts as a secondary winding. Okay, so this is the primary winding AB and here is one tapping is there, so CB is act as a secondary winding. The supply voltage is applied across AB and the load is connected across CB. So here we can give supply voltage between A and B and load is connected between C and B to the secondary winding. The tapping may be fixed or variable. When a AC voltage V1 is applied across the AB, an alternating flux is set up in the core and the result is EMF is induced. Okay, so when we give the supply voltage here between A and B, then flux is induced and result is EMF. So this is nothing but your auto transformer. So here V1 is nothing but your primary applied voltage, V2 is your secondary voltage across your load, then I1 is your primary current, I2 is your secondary current, N1 and N2 are the number of turns between A and B and N2 is for secondary, means between C and B. Okay, so neglecting no load current, leakage reactance and losses is equal to V is equal to E and EV is equal to E. It means what? V1 is equal to E1 and V2 is equal to E2. So therefore we can write down the transformation ratio is V2 upon V1 is equal to N2 upon N1 is equal to I1 upon I2. So this is nothing but your transformation ratio in case of auto transformer. Now what are the advantages of auto transformer? So it is less costly, then regulation is best, as we see in that auto transformer is used as a voltage regulator, then low losses as compared to the ordinary two winding transformer. So low losses are there. Then disadvantages, use only in the limited place where a slight variation of output voltage from input voltage is required. So this is nothing but a disadvantage, that it is used in limited places. Now next is single phase AC motor. Okay, so we will see the single phase AC motor in next video. Thank you.